So welcome back to our documented experience of watching, reflecting and reacting to Japanese Iron Chef episodes. I'm Caitlin.
And I'm Dimitri, and today we'll be looking at the beef tongue episode, which was filmed in November 29th, 1996. I wonder who this Endo guy is. I'll probably look him up later.
Oxtail dish. That sounds intriguing.
Nice.
I've actually eaten ox tongue before. Fun fact.
How was it?
Disgusting.
Why does he eat like that?
Why does he smile after he eats like that? Or why does he smile like that?
I guess that's every girl today. That you could easily make a meme out of that.
Yep. Girlfriend before and after food.
Yeah.
So this is the competitor, right? This is the challenger?
Yeah.
Be interesting to know the history of French cuisine in Japan. Gonna have a look at that.
Again, they mentioned
Show us your skills.
Endo Shisaku.
Maybe out of respect to him, they're basing this episode around him or around his style of cooking. Here we go. Here we go. Is this it? Is this the capsicum? Here we go. Yes.
Oh, yeah. That is such a loud bite.
It's the face afterwards. It's his smile. Oh my god.
He laughs as well. That's brilliant.
I've actually found some facts about the recording of this show that might break your heart, Dimitri.
But
I'll tell you them later though. I'll let you enjoy this episode.
Okay, thanks. Yep, there's Shisaku again.
And small appetite. Weren't they talking about the size of the last guy?
Yeah.
Like his petite stature? Here he is. He's a big man.
Endo Shisaku again.
It does seem like they're really incorporating him into this episode.
Alright, hold on. I'm going to look him up.
I've got to be honest. I can't watch this the same way after knowing what I know now.
Why is he holding a pear?
It's probably symbolism of... Is he the French chef?
Yeah. Ah, Nakamura again.
Ah, back at it again. Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Look at how they're all hanging. Oh my god, this... Oh my god,
That
that's
is
disgusting.
Some big tongues.
That is just... That's disgusting.
As if they didn't just put the whole cow on the table. Disappointing.
I mean, they may as well at this point, hey?
Yeah.
I mean, for the last episode, we were talking about how they all kind of, like, do it themselves. Why didn't they let them take apart a cow?
Yeah. That's just lazy on their part. The gong of fate.
Look at how he's filleting the tongue.
It's filleting. It's French, Caitlin.
Oh my god. I'm so sorry.
That Endo Shisaku.
Have you done any research about him yet?
Yeah, okay, I found something. So Shisaku, it's actually Shisaku Endo, but its English translation comes the other way around. So Shisaku Endo was a Japanese author who wrote from the perspective of a Japanese Roman Catholic, a perspective that was pretty rare in Japan. He was a part of a group called the Third Generation, which was given to a group of Japanese writers that began their works after World War II. So the reason they keep referring to Endo and French cuisine was because the author spent most of his time in France as a student. So he passed away, I think, a month before this episode aired. So that's why they keep referencing him and talking about him. And he was pretty...
Well, that's just a respect thing.
Yeah, he was pretty... he's a pretty prominent figure in Japan for his writing.
Yeah. Well, the Japanese are really respectful in general, but in the prominent religion that is Shintoism, they're kind of really taught to respect and honour their deceased. And I mean, 80% of Japan practices these traditions of this religion.
That does not look appetizing.
Probably steam it. Yeah. That'll do it.
He filled it with tofu and truffle. Interesting. I thought it was cheese, and I was excited, and then I found out it was tofu, and not as excited.
Cheese goes well with anything, including beef tongue.
Yes. That's how Caitlin pours her drinks.
You're not wrong, Dimitri. You're not wrong. So he's making the dish that Endo really liked. Is that the idea?
Yeah, he's paying tribute to Endo with that dish.
Oh, that's nice. So I did a bit of research into French cuisine in Japan. I found out a bit of information. Would you like to know about it?
Yes, I would. Go for it.
Yes. Well, 150 years ago, the French went to Japan for silk trade. And then about 2 years ago, they actually had their 90th anniversary of cultural relations. So they actually have a month of France every year where they show French theatre and films, and they have exhibitions and show off French culture and lifestyle. So it's actually been around for a little bit.
They should bring it back. I want to be a guest on it. I want to be a guest judge. Try some weird stuff.
Oh, well, we're experienced by now. Yeah, we're definitely experienced at commentating on this.
I like how their reaction to seeing the way they cook beef tongue and frogfish in last week's episode was really, ooh, yum, ooh, this looks delicious, yum. Just shows how, just the cultural differences between the West and Japan.
Yeah. Whereas that is not my reaction to watching this right now. I'm not thinking, oh, that looks so good. Oh, yum. Like, I'm thinking, yuck, that's a tongue.
I wouldn't even know what a lovely colour for the tongue would be. Pink? Like, is that how you tell a good tongue from a bad tongue?
Yeah.
Is the colour, how pink it is? It's like, oh, that looks like a fresh
It
tongue.
has to be like a certain shade of pink or like ready.
Alright, that looks pretty good, not gonna lie.
Like a steak.
It looks like a steak, yeah.
I would like to try it though, the stuff that they make. I reckon it'd be interesting to try it.
I reckon it'd be good, because they're professional chefs, it would taste pretty good,
Yeah.
I'd assume. There's no, like, experimentation. This seems like it's a proper research process.
Yeah.
Or they've worked with the
Ingredient before.
ingredient before and just used their old recipes and stuff that's worked well.
I mean, they're famous chefs for a reason. Famous chefs don't become famous chefs because they cook crap food. Like, so, do you remember how I was telling you how they've, the production of this is a little different and it might damage the way you see the show?
Yeah.
Would you like to hear what the deal is?
Not really, but go ahead.
Alright, so the challenger chef actually picks the Iron Chef that he wants to like battle like weeks in advance of the actual taping of the show. So what actually happens when they come up out of they get lifted up into the air in the beginning.
Yeah.
That's actually pre-recorded, and the chef that's been chosen is the only one standing there that was actually the original one. They've actually just got like fill-ins for the other two chefs that weren't
So
chosen.
lookalikes.
You know, which actually does make sense because they're famous chefs.
Yeah.
They've got shit to do. They can't stand around and wait for some random to pick them and then they get on their way. They've got stuff to do. Yeah, so that's one of them. Do you want to know the next one?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. The secret ingredient isn't actually secret. Apparently, they actually get told roughly what they're going to be working with before the show because it gives them a little bit of time to actually have an idea of what they might do. And actually, apparently in the American show, and I'm not sure about within the Japanese one, but apparently in the American one, they actually sometimes the chefs just pick whatever the ingredient's going to be.
He's the first chef to use this in Japan. First chef to use phyllo pastry in Japan.
This is 1996 as well.
Yeah. It's crazy because phyllo pastry is pretty popular in Europe.
Yeah.
Like, the Greeks use it, Turkish, the French. So for him to be the first person in Japan, first chef in Japan to use phyllo pastry is pretty interesting.
Big deal.
I like how you can see the cameraman.
Yeah. Definitely adds to that kind of more, the idea that the show's a bit more authentic than it really is. Well, this is the episode after the frogfish one.
Oh, the next one straight
Yeah,
afterwards.
this one was filmed on the 29th of the 11th, and the frogfish one was on the 22nd of the 11th. So he's actually on a bit of a streak at this point.
Well, something I noticed is when the episode started, it said September 29th, 1996, and I was intrigued. I was like, the episode came out November, so they must have a 2-month delay on episodes. I like how they have live on the scene, guys.
Yeah.
Like, down on the floor.
Down here on the floor this evening, ladies and gentlemen. No, that's really good. Because he's kind of keeping them updated on like the technical stuff that maybe they can't see from that far away. And it kind of explains to the audience as well, like what's going on, because like we have no idea what technique they're using or like what that means or why that does that or blah, blah, blah.
Yeah. The beef tongue ice cream. See, it looks appetizing because I don't know it's beef tongue, but...
You just think it was vanilla.
Yeah, so if someone gave that to me, like, have a try, and I ate it, and it'd be nice, I'd be like, yeah, it's pretty good. Then they'd be like, oh yeah, it's beef tongue, and I'd be like, okay.
A friend of mine ate... Do you know how when we were researching for this project, we found those, like, half-cooked chicken in the egg? Or the fetus in the egg?
Yes.
Yes, I have several friends who have eaten those.
I would eat that.
But it's, like, formed.
Yeah, it's a proper duck. It's the duck egg, isn't it?
Yeah, and it's, like, formed. I'm not sure how the bones are. Probably semi-formed, but
you can taste it. You can taste some bones in there. Balut. It's balut. That's it. Yeah. I've seen people eat it. You just add salt to it and you just go for it. That'd be very difficult to do, but clearly he's a chef, so he's got practice and he's trained and he'll know how to do that. But for the average person, that would be really hard to do. What's he using for the soup? Lemon containers. Oh, it's going to be a jelly.
Oh my goodness.
Tongue jelly. Damn.
That's something I could probably go without eating.
Well, last episode he
Turnip.
served his food in turnip. Served his soup or whatever it was. Maybe that's his thing. He just gets vegetables and fruits and cuts them in half.
Yeah.
Cleans them out and then puts the soups in there. That just looks like a burger patty with cheese on top.
It does. But that's
Looks like
tofu,
halloumi.
yeah. It does. I think I said this in the last one, but I'll say it again. I feel like I really like that they're professionals. Like, it kind of just makes you a little bit more confident in their process, and they don't really screw around. Like, they know what they're doing.
There's no risks.
Yeah.
You know, like, My Kitchen Rules, like, oh, he's undercooked it. Oh, he's done this. Oh, he's done that.
Yeah.
And it frustrates you because I understand the amateurs, but
that, like, makes that show.
gotta
like,
understand food.
Yeah, the show, like, needs those gimmicks.
yeah, it's,
They don't really need that kind of stuff in this series.
yeah. Like, it's just based on their skills. Because you know a chef's not going to undercook something. Like, a professional chef is not going to undercook
Yeah.
something. And I think I said in the last episode as well that it's expected that this food would be delicious. There's never a thing like, oh, they tried this and it didn't work. Like, these guys are professional chefs. They know what they're doing.
Yeah.
It's going to work.
It's going to work, and it's
just
going to
be
be good. Who's better?
Yeah, it's just going to be like whose food's going to be tastier, yeah. And how creative they are. I like the editing in this, how it's like 30 seconds left and it's just so seamless. Like with My Kitchen Rules and MasterChef, it's like hard cuts. It's like, oh, 20 minutes left. Oh, 10 minutes left. But this is so seamless where
It
it's
kind
like,
of flows.
you don't even realize that there's 10 minutes left or 15 minutes left
Yeah.
or 10 seconds left till they announce it. And it's very, there's no music. That's what I also like. There's no like suspense in it. You know what I mean? Like there's no suspenseful music when it plays.
Yeah.
Like when My Kitchen Rules is 10 seconds left, the music blares and it's like so suspenseful. You're like, oh, they're gonna, play it up in time. Where this is just like 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, done.
Foie gras?
Oh, so you can say that in French, but you can't say filet.
I swear you're making that up. I don't think that's a thing.
It's filet. Filet mignon. Have you not?
No, I don't know what that is.
Filet is is the way they cut the beef.
No, I don't. I think you're lying.
Okay, it's fillet. It's fillet mignon. I like how it's just so authentic. I know we keep saying that, but there's no like My Kitchen Rules where they look at each other in silence. It's just like, let us eat and we'll tell you how good it is. I love their reactions. It's so natural.
Said it once, said it 1,000 times. They just don't need those like gimmicks. They don't need those like really dramatic responses and those like dramatic breaks for ads and like, oh, what has he done? Oh.
Or like, I love the way how they eat it. They take one bite and they tell you what it is straight
Yep.
away. Where in My Kitchen Rules and MasterChef, they eat it. They take time to think. They look at each other. They look back at the guy. The camera cuts back to the contestant, cuts back to the judges, and then they start talking. Where this is just like, eat it straight away. This is good. This is bad.
Who do you reckon's gonna win?
I reckon,
Place your bet.
based on those reactions, I reckon Nakamura's going to win again. I reckon, yep, Iron Chef's going to win.
Yeah, the Iron Chef.
Another victory.
Yep. There you
Fifth
go.
consecutive win. He's on fire. I like how straight away you get the scores as well. It's not them standing there going, for your entree, I give you a 9, or I give you a 10.
Yeah. All right. That's episode 2.
In our final episode, we'll be looking at the Battle RSC Bass episode of Iron Chef. And thank you. Good night.
Good night.
Bada bing, bada boom.